Good morning.
Hey.
Hi, everyone. Are you here? Are you here? Good morning, and thank you for watching. We are David and Melissa Radke. This is Rise and Radke that you're watching. I'm having a horrible allergy attack. I promise no one in my family is sick or hurting. I started sneezing terribly before we got on, so pardon me. But anyway, good morning, and thank you for watching this on replay. Where my replayers at? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Anyway, I constantly comment to you guys on replay as well. I go through and I see what you're saying and love to see where you're from as well. So let us know if this is hashtag replay. And good morning, and tell us where you're coming in from.
Knoxville,
Kaylee's
Tennessee,
coming in from Rochester.
New York, Texas is always in the house.
Katie.
Delaware.
Oh, that cat. Oh, my cat. Oh, you people with cats, y'all know what I'm talking about. They just sometimes wake up in a mood, don't they? Like, they're just like people. They're just like, today I can't. And that's my cat right now.
No, we need people like that.
Stop it, Frankie. That is weird what you're doing. It's weird. No other cat does that.
Hello, North Carolina, Florida, and Connecticut.
Hi, good morning, Jennifer Lee. Hi, Heather Kennedy. So glad that you guys are here. And Amy Hunter is here.
Georgia and Virginia and Oklahoma are all in the house.
Summer Duck, Virginia. Summer Duck.
Virginia.
That just sounds like where you would go in the summer. Like my parents have a cabin on the lake in Summer Duck. I don't know. I like that.
North Carolina, Alabama, Ohio, California, more Texas. Hey, clearly with these many states represented.
These many
states.
That's stellar grammar.
Like Iowa and Florida and more Alabama, you should have the confidence in this programming to share it with everyone you know.
Confidence is what it's going to take, because this is a con game.
Huh?
Confidence is what that came from. It's a confidence, con man.
The people in Montana and Minnesota don't believe that. They believe we are here, just like people in St. Louis believe we are here to make you feel better about yourself.
That's right.
I mean, and when people are coming in from Australia.
That's true. I really would appreciate it if you guys would share. I don't know why we're not building up to any... We've got no goals or aspirations. Aspirations? Oh. So, but just share, because we want people to know that this is going on. I hear from so many people that this has really been nice for them to watch during everything that's going on.
A first timer.
Uh-oh. Shonda Sorrell. Look at you, first timer. Welcome. We are so glad you're here. I know there's many, many times in the next 20 minutes that you're going to ask yourself, but what is this? Okay?
Why am I here?
And it's like the Halloween that my mother wanted to go to a costume party, but she waited till the last minute. And then she ended up wearing a long prairie dress, a apron, a chef's hat, and a pair of army boots, because that's all she could find. And all night long, people kept saying, but what are you? And then she would go up to my dad and she would go, Gene, but what am I? When people ask. And I know that's what you're going to say. What is this? We don't know. We have no idea.
You would think if she put on the clothes or we put on this program, we would know. That's not necessarily true.
It's not at all. There's a Christina Dunsmore from Wichita Falls, Texas.
Hey, Christina. I'm from Little Old Burnett, right next door.
Why are you talking that way? And also, I think it's sleeping last night with our windows open. Your eyes are so swollen.
Oh, I've got the allergies.
Woo, baby.
Allergies are bad this time of year in these parts.
Okay, well, good morning to Enid, Oklahoma. So glad that you guys are here. What I was saying just a second ago is so many people write us and let us know that they are watching us, and we're so glad. We just provide a morning respite of entertainment, and I feel inspiration.
Look at that.
For people. What?
Have you ever noticed that?
No, I've never noticed that. If you turn your volume down, which don't, but if you turn your volume down on your phone, look at ours. It's got the words underneath it.
It's amazing how quickly it's...
What is up with that? David, is this something you paid for?
No.
David, did you?
I didn't.
David? Okay, but anyway,
Teresa's asking if we're going to be back on our TV, and if you have one of those newfangled TVs, you can cast this right up on your TV, and we'll be on your TV.
That's not what she means.
Right now.
Teresa is asking where, if our show is coming back to USA Network. We had a show, and you are just watching us for the first time. We had a show on USA Network called The Radkes, and it was me and David and our kids, Remy and Rocco, who are back in the back. One of them is showering. Don't ruin it. We're so happy that they chose to take a shower themselves without us asking. And no, it is not coming back for another season. It's not, and it's very sad. We're sad about it.
But Melissa will be back.
This is my sadness. But what?
I said you'll be back.
I'll be back doing something.
She'll be back again. She'll be back.
Somebody just said, where are y'all from? They must be new here. And because I feel like we talk about where we're from all the time. Not you really, but I'm from Lufkin. So we actually live right here in Lufkin, Texas. That is East Texas. So we're about an hour and a half north of Houston. So when we want to fly anywhere, we go to Houston. When we want to shop really good, we go to Houston. We want to eat sushi, we go to Houston. Not that we don't have sushi in Lufkin, but David won't eat there because it sits beside a PetSmart.
I'm not a big fan of the goldfish roll.
David, that is not a thing, and you know it, and that's horrible. That's a local family.
You were talking about you. I'm originally from Burt Burnett. It's a small town right outside of Wichita Falls in North Texas.
I know. I'm sad it's not on too, Juliana Riggs. I do think our family is a unique one in that we have interesting points of view. I think a lot of people can relate to our family. David and I have been married this August will be 26 years we've been married. We struggled for many, many years to have children, and we had several miscarriages, and we ended up having a son, and he passed away. And I think our story, it's not a sad one though. We adopted these two hellions back here that are in the back of the house, and who could not have been happier and more blessed. Our kids are really bad, and in the war of, is it nature versus nurture? I assure you it's nurture. I assure you, because they are just like we spit them out of our mouth. And we have fun. We make videos for Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, and that's what we do. And I travel and speak, and I'm an author, and I wrote a book that was published 2 years ago, and working on my second one. We have a lot of fun and a lot to say, and I think that we make people feel less alone.
You know, you're also
So that's why we do what we do.
You're also a budding baker.
Yeah, did y'all see my video yesterday? Did y'all see that? I'm a budding baker. Let me tell you something. No, I'm not.
Tuesdays.
David even said at one point, I'm reshooting that. And I said, why? And he said, because you're in the kitchen about to cook and you're scratching in your ear. I mean, I'm not the classiest baker in the world, okay? I was like, I did? And if you go back and look, there's a part where I'm like, talking to the kids all up in my ear.
Very classy. Hey, Cousin Judy.
Jason Park says, Melissa, I remember your show on USA. So do we. We remember it fondly. But you know what? It was just enough for us to dip our toe in the water and say, this is what we like, this is what we don't like. And now I know what I want to do, but I know that I want it to be a little bit different. So we're actually, to be perfectly honest, we're kind of really excited about what's on the horizon. Here's what I've been trying to say for 20 minutes. You guys write us. You listen to things that we say on here, and then you write us funny things. And I mean, it was a couple of weeks ago that we were talking about shake weights.
Do we have permission?
She sent this to me.
I guess if someone sends you something, you have permission.
She said, I mean, her email was hilarious. She said, now look, y'all got to quit talking about them shake weights. Because, oh God! Y'all got to quit talking about shake weights because here I am holding mine. Because David was talking about when you have a shake weight, it looks dirty when you hold it. And Samantha was like, David, shut up, okay? So
look, I think, hold it down just a little bit more. See right here? I think she actually even has a shake weight on the wall. Is that what
that is not a shake weight on the wall. She's sitting in front of a picture that has a mic on it.
Oh, she uses her shake weight as her mic.
That is her holding her shake weight. Perhaps I shouldn't have gone in and edited the picture by writing her name in red letters at the bottom. I just didn't want to forget that her name was Samantha. Thank you, Samantha.
I bet that shake weight is good for vibrato. If you use them as a...
Adult content.
That wasn't adult content.
I know, but sometimes you do things and it makes me think of dirty things and then I want to make a joke. All right. Welcome to We're Here For You Wednesday. We're so glad that you guys are here. If you are brand new, welcome to Rise and Radke with David. I don't know where to point. David and Melissa Radke. We are the Radkes in Rise and Radke. And and every Wednesday we do a show called We're Here For You Wednesday, where you send in questions. We got them. Every freaking Tuesday morning I wake up and go, oh, what if they don't send us any questions? And then I have to make up a question from my granny. God knows she's got 1,000. But what if I have to make up a question? But I have yet to have to do that. Y'all keep sending them in. So here's some from today. I was not able to get to everybody's. Okay? If you don't hear yours, don't get mad. Here we go. This is from Amber. Now, normally I'm in the habit of saying first and last name and where they're from. Sometimes address if they leave it. I'm not going to do that. Y'all have told me you don't like it.
If you would like for us to share that information, just write it out. Make sure you put dashes in your social security number. And
that's not necessary. All right. My husband and I were going to go on a cruise.
I'm sorry. Patty needs to say something to you.
I'm sorry?
Patty needs to say something to you.
Okay, Patty Thibodeau. Let me talk to you for a second. Did you go to high school with him? Okay, is this some kind of like, back me up if you ever see me online, Patty? Is that what this is?
No.
Is that what's going on here?
We didn't have a lot of Thibodeaus in our area.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what else. You ain't gonna have a lot of Thibodeaus in this area. Okay, back off, Patty. I'm just kidding. He is really handsome. I think he's adorable, but I can say it. Y'all can't.
Why can't they say it?
Because every time someone says you're handsome, I'm going to need 17 people to say I'm sexy as hell. Which y'all know I am in my pajamas this morning.
Why do you mind if people say I'm handsome when you say that you're sexy all the time?
Because I know it, and they know it. But for some reason, no one will admit it publicly. Not even you. I don't know why y'all aren't saying I'm sexy. Because I feel it every day I wake up. I feel it every day. Stop! I've got allergies, David. Oh, David!
We are
Make
here.
me so mad.
We are here to make you feel better about your situation. Because you could always.
Ann Chapman's home with vertigo. I could have that. What is that?
Is that like a balance thing, like an inner ear thing?
Maybe so. Is that what Liza Minnelli had when she guest starred on Arrested Development?
I believe so.
Wow. She was dating Buster. Wow. My pop culture, it's insane.
But she was just doing it to get back at his mother.
Amber. Here's what she said. Amber Dorsett. Oh, God. Is that her number? Oh, crap. I said her last name again. I don't think this isn't bad. My husband and I...
Let's don't say that phone number.
My husband, she straight up left her phone number if y'all want it. My husband and I were going to go on a cruise. And here's the thing. They won it. They won a cruise. That is painful. Because then it got canceled. So the cruise line canceled it. Okay? So she says, we've decided to do a staycation. No kidding, Amber. Did you just think of that on your own? We've decided to stay in. I don't know what it is. We're just going to stay in. Amber's like, I don't want to go over
We're going to go to Cabo.
We're going to go to like Cabo. We were going to go to Cabo. But now we're not. I just want to stay on. Amber probably doesn't talk that way. We've decided to do a staycation for a part of the time we were supposed
Amber
to be on our
you're
cruise.
fine. You can say my last name.
Okay. We need ideas for things to do while we're stuck at home that aren't just watching TV. We do that all the time already. Also, we don't have kids. It's just the hubby and I.
Oh. Give us a second.
Give us a second. Oh, it's going to look like we're doing something dirty, but we're not. Oh, did you smoke? This is what I think about doing. I think about not having kids.
Okay, we will get to your question in a second, Amber. But Amber, you selfish son of a... I can't believe you would ask for things to do when you don't have kids at the house.
You know what, Amber Dorsett?
Shame.
You know what you should be doing? Mr. Dorsett. That's what you should be doing on your staycation. Him. Now, she didn't put in their ages or anything. I don't know if they're in their 20s and they don't have kids yet. I don't know if they're in their 40s and they just don't want kids. I don't know when they're like 82 and their kids are already grown. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So before she does Mr. Dorsett, perhaps we should consider the fact that they may be in their 40s and
And we don't know the condition of Mr. Dorsett's back.
Yeah, and they're like, ugh, we could also watch Ozark.
It's a lot of work.
Not that hasn't been said in this house, because it hasn't.
There's a lot of ramp up.
There's a lot of ramp up, David. There's stretching in ways that you never thought you'd have to, like limbering up. I'm having to take glucosamine and chondroitin. Just
That does help you be bendy.
Oh God. Okay. So here's the deal. What are some things that she can do while they're staying home? I don't know, Amber. If I knew, I'd be doing them. I don't know.
Lots of things.
I mean, honestly, David and I, one of our favorite things to do is we go by Sonic. And we're wondering why we don't have a TV show anymore. This is boring. We go by Sonic. We get us some Cokes. I get me a Dr. Pepper, add blue coconut.
Sometimes I just like to get a Coke.
So I get Dr. Pepper, add blue coconut. And then we drive around and we look at really nice houses that we can't ever afford. We think about them, what we do to them.
The other day we drove and parked at a park, but we didn't get out of the car.
That was a good day. It was a good day. We ate some chicken tenders. God help us, we're so bored. Amber, why would you ask us?
Sometimes when we get really mad at each other, we belly wrestle.
I just got this.
What?
Because they don't have kids, I feel like this is her way of asking if we would send her our kids.
That's what you do on your staycation.
Amber,
you try out some kids.
You try out some. You want to borrow the Radke kids because you know they're personable and they're a lot of fun. And Amber, even though I don't know you, I've never met you, and your husband could be a serial killer, I'll let you try it. I will send them to you if that's what you're wanting.
In this confinement state, we feel good about it.
For real, we do. Y'all, has anybody shared this? This is a killer episode right here. And it's not just because Amber's husband may be a serial killer.
Lives are being changed. And not just Amber's and her husband, Jeffrey.
Jeffrey Dorset? Dahmer? Jeffrey Dahmer Dorset? He's dead.
Or is he?
I don't know, Amber. Well, I know We're Here For You Wednesday, but I don't know what to tell you. You know, maybe make a romantic dinner outside. Create like a really nice picnic outside. She didn't say where they live, so it could be snowing. I don't know. You've made me feel really helpless, Amber. You've made me feel really helpless.
What if they recreated like some of their first dates?
Oh, that is so much work. Like what?
What else are they going to do on a staycation?
I don't know. If you guys have any tips for them, leave it on here of things that you guys have done that might be sweet and fun. No doubt we've got some creative people that watch this, so you guys leave her some tips, and David and I will be watching them, looking for them too. Okay?
If you enjoy water parks, you could go to a water park, and by water park I mean put a sprinkler in the yard.
I like it. Okay, so Amber, we're so glad that we could be here for you, but really not being here for you at all. Okay, here's a question from Deb. Are you ready for Deb's question?
Let's go, Deb.
Oh, good morning. Look, it's a kid that hasn't bathed.
Yes, I have. Chill.
Okay. Do not tell me to chill. I cannot stand that. Do you ever talk about David's side of the family? This is what Deb says, and this is exactly how she says it. Do you ever talk about David's side of the family, or are they normal?
They are relatively normal. They're in entertainment value. You know, they're also really nice people.
I was going to say.
We don't feel good about making fun
exactly.
of them.
We don't talk about David's side of the family because they're very normal. They're very kind people.
So why would we do that to them?
Why would we? They don't provide a lot of entertainment value because they don't make horrific choices with their lives and their mouths like my family does. So that's why we really stay focused on my family.
Which I know if you watch this, that's probably surprising that her family talks and hurts and makes bad decisions. And my family is kind of quiet and...
Okay. David does have wonderful parents, a mom and a dad and a brother, and we love them all very, very much.
Actually, I see my cousin. I try to remember. Actually, I think Brandy was on earlier today. I try to shout out when I see my cousins and stuff like that.
I tend to think that overall the Radkes don't want to be pointed out at all. They would probably prefer not to be. Like, your parents are very private people.
Oh, yeah.
Like, even when we had the show and we would sit down with producers and stuff and we would talk about, like, what family members we would highlight or bring into the show, there was never a question that we would do David's. They're just more private. And we always respected that. They never once, not one time, not ever once, have they said, we don't want to be talked about. We don't want to be shown.
They did say they didn't want to be on the television show.
Did they say that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, that's hurtful. Well, but in fairness.
We had a lot of
in
people
fairness,
in your family.
no one did. No, none of my family did. But we just kept showing up with cameras. But they're just so wonderful. His dad was a junior high teacher for 30-something years?
38.
His mother was an assistant. She worked for years. They're both retired now. They're absolutely wonderful people. But they just don't like look at this. They just don't like the high life right here. This grand life that we have carved out for ourselves.
But I'll tell you a fun fact, though.
What?
David,
the day you talked fun facts.
Right around the time the COVID started, my mom and dad finally broke down and got on Facebook. Mm-hmm. And so they may be seeing this.
Yeah. And maybe that's why we're talking so good about them. You never know. I'm just kidding. Somebody seriously just said, is David's brother as cute as he is? Do y'all?
No.
If David's brother was as cute or cuter than David, wouldn't I be with David's brother? I mean, I'm a girl's got her pick. You know what I'm saying? He is not as cute as David, but that's just because who is. Okay? But he's got a much better personality. Okay. Hi, y'all. I love you, Melissa. I'm not just saying that. It starts off like this. Okay. This is a good one. Everybody, I'm about to bring truth to this woman's world. Okay? Here we go. I'm a mom of 2 young boys. They're 4 and 19 months. We live in San Marcos. My husband has a good job. We've been planning to buy a house here. Their lease is up in July. They got their eye on a house. Wink, wink. Hope they get it. I don't know if it's the corona getting me down or what, but for the last month or so, I just want to change. And a job just popped up. And I'm not going to read where it's at because I don't know. But it would be a lateral move job-wise. Okay? Lateral move. So they're not going to be losing money. Everything's going to be staying the same. Okay? But it is in her hometown. Near family and a ton of friends that she grew up with and she doesn't get to see. And she's really is missing them. And she's like, I'm torn. We've been where we are 8 years. It's a beautiful area. We have friends. We have a good church. But houses are super expensive. And so therefore it's keeping us really kind of tied down to where we are. But what would life be like at this other place? Like I'd be around these people that I love and they'd be around my kids, yada, yada, yada. So I kind of want this change. What should I do? Okay. And then she ends it with this sentence. My husband says he wants to do whatever I want to do.
Sounds like a smart man.
Get back to me, Casey. Let's see how long that pans out. Her name is Casey, and this is her question. David, what would you say to her? I have my answer, but what would you say?
Well, not only do you have your answer, I mean, we basically did the exact thing she's talking about. Melissa and I lived in Nashville for over 15 years, had a great life there. Oh my Lord, Nashville is so beautiful, and the people are great. But we moved back here when we had the opportunity. So our kids at the time, 1 and 3, mm-hmm. Yeah. Remy was 3, Rocco was 1. We moved back to be closer to family. So for us, that was just so important. And I can't imagine, we loved where we lived in Tennessee, but it's just hard to imagine now that the kids wouldn't be around family growing up. So I say go for it.
Okay, I am really surprised you said that.
And you closer to the Raiders.
What are you talking about?
Texas Tech, Raiders.
Where's Texas Tech at?
In Lubbock.
I didn't say where she was thinking of moving to.
Oh.
We were supposed to keep that secret, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, I'm very surprised to hear you say that because normally you're really the sensible one. So here's what I would have said to Casey. Everybody on here, I don't think I've seen anybody. I'd love to have family coast. I'd make the move. Do it. Family is so important. You don't want to live a life of what ifs. Okay, everybody is saying move. But here's what I say to Casey. Don't you ever make a big decision like that in the middle of an emotional time like this. Don't cut your bangs. Don't color your hair. And sure as heck, don't move your family across the state. I don't think that is a wise decision.
I get, with the emotion. Just don't let emotion be what.
Absolutely not. You have to let the dust settle and then make the decision. Because if by any chance you get to Lubbock and your family starts showing up and walking in your house without knocking, I don't know what I'm talking about. Of course, this isn't from a true story. Hashtag every freaking day.
Well,
if by chance you move, if by chance you move to Lubbock and all of a sudden they're up in your business and they call you and get really mad when you don't call them back. Again, not a true story, just something I've created in my mind. You will always think, I shouldn't have done it. I was just being emotional during the corona and the pandemic and I was stuck inside the house and I just wanted to get out and I wanted to change and I shouldn't have done it. So just let the dust settle. I mean, honestly, you guys, we may only have a month, 6 weeks, 8 weeks maybe of this. Just let it settle and then make the decision. I will say this. I can't imagine my kiddos not growing up around family and aunts and uncles, and moving home has been the most hard, horrible, beautiful decision we've ever made, if that makes any sense. And anybody who has left their family and then moved back to their family knows exactly what I'm talking about. It is a horrible, beautiful thing. So I say she weighs it out. I say she sits still for a little while. She seeks some more wisdom about it, though why does she need any anymore? This was, honest to God, this was stellar right here.
I just have to say, I'm sitting here in amazement. That was amazing.
Oh my God, thank you.
That was amazing. That was amazing advice. Yeah, about just waiting. I mean, I just kind of answered it like it was a regular Wednesday. But that was really good advice, to wait and not make a decision.
Okay, but what if she comes back and says, but the job won't be available? If I just sit here and wait, the job will go away. Then do it. Then go ahead and move.
Well, you've got to realize where you're at emotionally. Maybe they're not as, I feel like I see different levels of stress and emotion through this. Some people are about to jump off the cliff. We saw a video yesterday of a lady cutting her hair with like yard shears or something, and she was losing her mind. Perhaps
she needs to move to Lubbock.
But then there's other people that maybe they're handling it a little bit better, so they know that. But I'm just so amazed that you said, hey, just wait, don't make a decision out of emotion. I'm looking forward to you applying that in your.
But if by any chance you were to write us back and say, no, the job won't be available, then I have to make a decision now, the job won't be available. Then my second piece of advice would be, go to the local Walgreens, buy as many bags of Reese's miniatures that you can get. Go home, turn on the Golden Girls, eat the entire bag all the way through, never stopping, never taking a breath. I guarantee you by the end of it, you'll have your decision. Not saying I've ever done that, but I've done that a lot. Okay? Next. I've searched for your live that you did about magnetic eyeliner and I couldn't find it. Please help me out. Which is the best one, or which is your favorite? I've been searching online and now I have too many to pick from and I can't make a choice. So just so you know, oh crap, did I not take a picture of it? It was called Eye Lure. Eye Lure, no, that's not it. Eye Lure Magnetic is what it's called. Is it the best kind out there? I don't know. Okay? It's called Eye Lure Magnetic. I got it at Ulta. But last night when I went to go look up the picture, I noticed that the Ulta reviews were terrible. So then I'm starting to rethink that maybe it wasn't that great. But it worked for me. Eye Lure is what it was called. Okay. And then lastly, here we go.
Speaking of the magnetic.
Something just flew out of my nose. Did you see that?
Well,
I'm sorry. I was just sniffling. And what? Where'd it go? Go, David, finish.
Speaking of magnetic eyeliners, we were watching the news the other morning, and it was very... Have y'all noticed, I think people take us for granted because we've done Rise and Radke for 7 or 8 months, but we've done lives and these kind of things for a long time. You have all these people that are professionals, and I think they've taken people like us for granted because we got people that they are lighting themselves where it looks like they're at a Halloween party. We've got people applying their own makeup that are shining like they just walked off a cruise.
I need you to speed this up.
But then yesterday we were watching the news, and a poor lady, both of her magnetic eyelashes, as she blinked, they were kind of starting to fall off. We had some good times making fun.
It was wonderful. It was literally sticking up like this the entire time she was talking. I felt so bad for her. Did I screenshot it with my phone? Maybe. Did I send it to my family? Probably. Okay. Now listen. I'm going to say something now that should be coming on a Friday for shout outs. But what was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to do? Don't tempt me by sending your teenage sons to rock me, okay? I'm not going to be tempted every time. But this one was too cute to pass up, okay? I loved the way he wrote. I loved that he knew who we were. I love that he sent a picture of his family. I love him, love him, love him. I don't know how old he is, but I want Remy to meet him. I mean, not right now, because she's walking around with a towel on her head. Way to go for taking a shower, babe, without people telling you.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is the email we got. Hi, Melissa and David. First off, just wanted to say our family has absolutely loved watching you all on Rise and Radke. My mom especially. Shout out to the moms who watch us. You all are hilarious and have kind of become part of our family. Sometimes I can hear y'all from my room when my mom and sister are watching. It sounds like we've invited you over for dinner. Which, in fairness, would probably be the only reason we would go to somebody's house.
Yeah.
Honestly.
If there's
it's
some
kind of an awkward thing, like going to people's house. But if they invite us for dinner,
food's always good.
I don't know if you are inviting us for dinner. But if
is
you
that
are,
what this is saying?
Oh my God, is that what this is?
This is embarrassing.
Okay.
Sorry, this is.
I'm
so
sorry, we
awkward.
misread this. Oh my God, you were inviting us over for dinner. Okay.
What time?
Okay.
What time was that?
Anyway, we don't have big conflicts that need solving at the moment. Then why are you writing me, kid? But I was wondering if you would give a shout out to my mom this Wednesday, April 15th. Is that what today is?
Yes, it is.
This Wednesday, April 15th. That's her birthday. And I thought it would be so fun to have her get on and watch Rise and Radke live. And then you all could like say something about it. And then I could be like, Mom, do you hear that? And then she could be like, what? Okay. I know you normally do your shout outs on Friday, so I totally understand if you'd rather do it then. But either way, we love watching y'all. Blah, blah, blah. He also gives us some more compliments, which were really nice. And I did read them out loud to David, and then I read them to the kids. So here we go. This is a birthday shout out.
Shout out!
2 days early to Amy Clark from her son Caleb. They live in Charlotte, North Carolina. But I do want to point out one thing. Okay? Here's how he ends it. Also, here's a fact about my mom. She raises chickens. Even though we actually live in a really nice neighborhood. And I don't know. We think it might be against the rules. So,
I would think most
Amy Clark
associations are.
is at this point as close to a character on Good Girls as I currently have in my life. All my friends are law-abiding. Okay, I hate it. But not you, Amy Clark. You're there in your neighborhood. You're all up in your subdivision raising chickens where people don't know. Yeah, they know, Amy. They know. They get together once a month. They get together on the first Tuesday of every month. They have some kind of meeting about you. People bring pinwheels, maybe those little brownie bites you can buy in the grocery store, and they talk about you and your chickens.
What are we going to do?
What are we going to do with Amy Clark and her chickens? And the problem is that Amy just keeps getting older. And once you get to a certain age, you can't talk sense to them. Like, this is the family, okay? And I've circled the one that's Amy. I've circled the one that's old. Do y'all see it? I want to make sure that y'all know this is the one that's old.
She doesn't look that.
Okay, so now
I think the
one that wrote
super
me the
young.
note was Caleb. But as you can see, there are two boys. There's that boy and there's that boy. I don't think it's that boy because he doesn't look like a boy. He looks like a man. Okay, but it's one of these two, but I don't know which one. I don't think that older mustache boy would have a problem with renegade chickens. But this one looks like he might be scared. Renegade. Okay, but this one looks like he might be a little afraid if the neighbors were to, he looks like a rule follower. Remy, come here and look at him.
I see.
What do you think, Remy? What do you think? Daddy and I wouldn't mind you having a boyfriend if he was in North Carolina. All right, so happy birthday to Amy Clark. And I've come up with a birthday song for you. David, you can just tap it out with your fingers. Happy birthday to Amy. David, clap it out like like you're in a Mexican restaurant and they're singing a birthday song. Happy, happy birthday from David and I to you. Your neighbors don't care about your chickens unless they smell their poo. That's all I got. Happy, happy birthday from David and I to you. Your neighbors don't care about your chickens unless they smell their poo. Happy, happy birthday from David and I to you. Your neighbors don't care about your chickens unless they smell your poo.
P-U.
We literally just thought of that on the spot and it was amazing. Oh my God. Amy Clark, happy birthday to you. I hope that you heard this and your daughter heard this and all the men in your house heard this, but especially Caleb, who we like and we prefer. And if by any chance Caleb is the older guy with the mustache, Remy is off limits. Hands off.
But Caleb is our favorite in the family.
Okay. Do you guys have TikTok? No, Christy, because we think it's the devil's app. I'm kidding. I have it on my phone and sometimes I'll look at it, but my kids do not
But
look at it.
Melissa's not on TikTok.
Unless you show us some.
I only show you Alex Bregman. Alex Bregman sometimes.
Hey, speaking of baseball.
Oh, God.
There was a reason why I wore a baseball shirt today.
No, there wasn't.
Today's a sad day for me because today is a big day in baseball and we don't really get to celebrate like we normally get to celebrate. Today is April 15th. You have any idea what it is?
Opening day.
Oh, that was a couple weeks ago.
The 17th of the time of the mornings of the games.
April
the days
15th
that all
is Jackie Robinson Day.
Oh, now did he steal signs by going
Mom.
like this?
Do you not know who Jackie Robinson is?
Yes, I watched 42.
So normally today in baseball, every player in the entire major league wears the number 42 in respect. 73 years ago, I believe today was the first day that Jackie Robinson, the first African-American player, played in the Major League Baseball in the MLB.
And interesting fact about Amy Clark, she was married to Jackie Robinson at one time. Okay? Her name is actually Amy Robinson Clark. What?
Why are you calling
Because look at them. Look at them. They're the most loving American family I've ever seen. Although she looks a little bit like Wendy Bird on Ozark.
They look
Caleb, don't watch Ozark. It's not appropriate.
They look happy.
They do look happy. How are they doing that, Remy, right?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't think you can Photoshop happy.
You can't. We've tried. All right. Hey, we love you guys. Have a wonderful Wednesday.
No quotes?
David, I can't do it. Oh my God, I can't. Okay.
I've run out of.
We've run out of things on our wall, Dave. Okay.
I have a quote. Wake up. Make your bed. Brush your teeth. Eat your breakfast.
That's the schedule for our kids. That's the quarantine schedule you're reading off the wall. You're an idiot. Press play. Press end. Bye, guys. Love you. See you tomorrow.
That's good, solid advice.
Just do it.
See you.
David.